Hello. Hey, Circlade and Ottershine. We're doing more Raincoat today because, well, it's just needed a weekend. Plus, I really like this game, so... And I have sweets. So yesterday we met all the detectives in a giant submarine in the sewers. Got some background, found out we're a trainee. And then started getting collectibles, which is cool. Love me a good collectible. And we're investigating the Nailman murders. So this little kid, his dad's been arrested because, well, he was repairing the clock and he had a hammer and nails, and they arrested him because, well, who else would have a hammer except for the nail man? Yeah. The peacekeepers in the city are basically paid peons of the capitalist thing that the capitalist company that owns it, basically, effectively. There is a big ass secret, and people are, you know, people are being manipulated. So the collectibles give us little gabs. We've been finding some of the things. We have not yet found all of them. We're also missing a request. I'm hoping we get to explore the city a bit more, because at the moment we're at the clock tower, and well, there's no request at the clock tower. We're about to come and see what this is. And, you know, we've still got a request to find. But there weren't, I don't think there were any other areas we could go, potentially. We went everywhere we could. So there's got to be a request somewhere else because, well, it says 1, 3, 4. There's got to be a number 2. I refuse to, you know, admit, but whether or not we have to do all the requests, I think, for the achievements. Solved all requests. So that means we have to find them. So yeah. Y'all can come with me on this rainy journey. Oh, it rains all the time here, so, you know. Oh.
Everyone, please wake up. This is
Are you?
Amaterasu Peacekeepers, Investigation Team, Section Chief Seth Burrows.
I'm guessing he's got a forte. He looks both cool and evil at the same time.
You're late. Please wake up. This is Amaterasu Peacekeepers, Investigation Team, Section Chief Seth Burrows.
It's not on.
Hurry and wake up. Everyone, listen closely. It appears there are fools in town who do not comprehend the majesty of the Peacekeepers.
Paid thugs.
Many of them have been eliminated already, but I've heard some outsiders have recently arrived. Go find witnesses and extract information investigation to see who has interfered with us. Which means capture anyone that even appears suspicious. They may still be nearby. Oh, and did you clean up the body at the crime scene? If not, then hurry along with that. The rain in this city makes bodies rot quickly. You better hurry or it will putrefy.
So, the Nail Man is an urban legend. 6 months ago, someone started
To
killing...
speed this case along, we need to quickly deal with that Nail Man we arrested.
Someone started killing 6 months ago, in the fashion of the urban legend.
We should even consider a public execution.
This kid's dad's been arrested. He's not guilty. We're fairly certain of that. They did no investigation. And is about to be executed, and we promised we'd help.
An execution? What do we do? At this rate, my dad...
Oh,
This Seth guy doesn't care about the truth. He just wants to wrap up this case as soon as possible.
exactly.
In this city, what they say becomes the truth.
Please! Please save my dad!
The only way to save your dad is to catch the real culprit. I can do it. Leave it to me.
Really? Thank you!
But first, we have to leave this area before they find us.
I know a secret way out. You can pass through here to get back to a street in Ginma district. You might stand out if you're with me, so I'll go a different direction.
Are you sure you'll be okay alone?
Yes, I
Direct
play
20.
around here often. Please help my dad.
I don't think it's
Yeah,
the kid
just you
either,
wait.
just to be clear.
I'll bring some good news soon.
But that's now a secret way behind the church. We found footsteps there. It's not a locked room mystery because we figured out, you know, the thing opens. Yes, we're gonna grab. We picked up our little thing, so now we're going to go out here. So, you know, it's not just the front. It's not just the front. So, we came up here before. We didn't see that because there was a thingy over it. We can't go around.
Who knew some brat would save ya?
So, obviously, we definitely don't want to get arrested. So far, Hello a Nightmare. They... No, we want to investigate. They charge an inordinate, exorbitant amount for their investigation. We're just going to do it for free because, you know, we feel sorry for the kid. Right, Seth Burrows. Likes wind instruments, dislikes untuned instruments. Talent is chess. Interesting. So yeah, and this is Gale. Is the one that's been arrested for the nail killing thing. Is not the nail killer. I am. Yeah, no, 99.9999999%. No, I'm. You know what? I'm 100% confident that he's not the bloody nail killer. Nail man. Right. There's a bench.
For now,
Aww.
I need to stay out of harm's way. But there's a bench over there that you can interact with. And to interact with it. But yeah, it rains constantly, and
I'm sure.
we get detective points for investigating everything.
You sure you want to be so quick to make promises?
I'm not very confident, but I can't ignore someone asking for help. If no one else is willing to listen, then it's up to me.
Wow, get a load of this big shot. Didn't expect that from you, Master. But how do you plan to find the real culprit? We can't investigate the clock tower with the peacekeepers around. By the way, you can't use the mystery labyrinth yet. Not enough clues.
Excellent, we can run around some
You
more.
jump into the labyrinth now, and you'll be lost forever. You need to gather more solution keys.
We need to
I
find
don't
more
ever want to
information.
go back there anyway.
Then, how do you intend on solving this?
There is one way.
You're gonna rely on that one, huh? Always depending on someone else. What was the spot again? Something about a cafe? If you let
Golden
them
path?
take the lead, you're gonna be out 5 million yen, right? Do you have that kind of money, Master? Or are you gonna go into debt?
Yeah.
Come on.
So, clock tower's now off. $800 for a cup of coffee? We don't have any money, and we didn't get, we didn't charge people for finding shit out. There's also something happened at the museum / art gallery. We haven't managed to find any other areas to be. It tends to be a bit of a, yeah, you can't go that way right now type situation.
Not this way.
Yeah, so I have a feeling it's not going to let us go back. Try anyway.
Now's not the time to be heading over there. Look it up. That.
Oh!
I get it.
Hey.
Okay. Well, someone punched a peacekeeper.
Not this.
We punched a peacekeeper. What a rebel we are. Rebel totally with the cause. Is it gonna let us go back?
Not this way.
Nope. Okay, we have to go to the cafe. It's like, it's a little bit open world, but it does shove you in directions sometimes. And yes, they have T-Rex.
Master, you already passed it.
Alara, please, help me!
If Master is vowing to show respect, I guess I'd better do the same. Please, for both our sakes!
You're 30 minutes later than expected.
Maybe they were going to help us anyway.
So, do you have the cash?
I don't have any on me right now, but I will eventually.
Very well. I don't require you to have it immediately, but you will pay me 5,500,800 yen eventually.
Huh? But you said it was 5 million before.
It's an additional fee for making me wait. And for the coffee. I told you I don't work for cheap.
Oh, come on.
I mean, we don't have 5 million anyway, so...
Greedy little money demon. I think I'll call this one Hell Aura.
I won't force your hand. Whatever you decide is up to you. While you think it over, I'm going to order some cake.
Wait, do I have to pay for that too?
Of course. I'll add it to the bill.
All right, I'll pay you all 5.5 million and 800 Shin, got it? Please don't have the cake.
It's a deal. You made a wise choice. I have no obligation to help others, but I work sincerely according to the payment I receive. That is my pride as a detective. I
Whereas
will be
Weedy
your
stuff is
eyes
the right
and
thing to do.
limbs, and help solve this crime with everything I have. However, know this. You must be the one to complete the boy's assignment.
Me?
You are the one who was asked to solve this case. All I will do is provide support. You may be a trainee, but you are still a detective. Once you have taken a job, you must finish it. In other words, as of now, I have taken up a position as your assistant.
Really, Halara? You'll be my assistant?
Of course. I'm here to assist per your case. Just rest assured in the cards you've been dealt.
All right, thank you.
Master has no memory and no guts. And now he has no money either. Talk about a triple threat!
Oh, be quiet. So, what do we do now?
To confirm, our target is the true culprit of the Nailman killings, correct?
The Peacekeepers have decided that the boy's father is the Nailman and arrested him. But I refuse to accept that outcome.
After we finish the investigation, we may find out the boy's father is actually the Nailman.
If that's what you conclude, then I'll believe you, Halara.
Believe? What a foolish line of reasoning. To believe in another is the shallowest concept one can uphold. All people lie. All people change their minds. As a detective, you must suspect all others, even me.
Yep, a detective must doubt everything.
Still, I will believe what you say, Halara. I trust my instincts on this.
Out of the question. A detective must never overlook a mystery. Any and all truths must be exposed. A detective must always prioritize solving a case.
Also high.
Emotions must be discarded to reach a perfect solution through a perfect deduction.
That's the WDOs.
You're free to think of me as you wish. However,
Lady Grey.
the truth must be found with your own eyes. Otherwise, there is no point in continuing as a detective.
It's like Earl Grey with citrus.
Do you understand?
Yes. Continuing as a detective. I still haven't found meaning in being a detective. What's Halara trying to make me see? I'm no good at this.
A naive guy like yourself might be incompatible with such a straight-laced detective like this one. Maybe someone totally unmotivated would be better. Like that guy sleeping under the piano.
Vivia? I'm not sure if unmotivated is the right word.
Hello, Vivia.
Anyway, Master, I've been wondering... Is this Halara person a man or a woman?
Does it matter?
Now that you mention it, I have no idea.
If you're ready, we'll start the
I
investigation.
made an assumption,
I won't allow time to
Lady.
be wasted.
just because
Oh, right.
tall
You
and
missed your chance
intelligent
to ask.
back on the
But then
sofa.
again, I also
But then
don't
I
really
read the
care.
little thing that said, we
You
don't know.
finished investigating the clock
And
tower,
I'm like, you
didn't
know what? It doesn't matter.
Now we will investigate the past Nailman cases.
The past ones?
These are serial killings, aren't they?
Oh, so you want to investigate the past murders as well?
That makes sense.
And
We
through
were going to do that,
investigating
right?
each one, we can conclude if the boy's father is really the culprit or not.
Oh, but we don't know where the other crimes took place. Should we ask around town?
I know where one of them
I
did.
already know. There are at least 3 additional crime scenes. A secret club in Kamasaki district, a mansion in a high-end residential district, and an art gallery in Ginma district.
I thought it was a museum, but
Huh? When did you find that out?
You think I did nothing while waiting at the cafe? I prepared by gathering intel in order to move the investigation along.
That's amazing.
With my logic, anything is possible. But before we head to past crime scenes, the Nailman urban legend requires more research. Let's visit the legend's main stage.
Forest?
The main stage? Oh, you mean the church?
I've yet to pinpoint the church's location. We should ask someone to guide us there.
Then we should ask the chief. Oh, I totally forgot about him. He told me to gather everyone. Oh, Lara, let's go back to the office for now. We're already way past the meeting time.
Very well. We can ask the chief to take us to the church.
I thought it was behind the clock tower, but... Anyway. Whew. Stick corners. How was Guardian of Law? I was watching it for a bit. I was also reading a book, so I was a little bit distracted. Sorry. It was like a roguelike platformer thingy? Pixely. Platformer. But anyway, welcome in, Raiders. I'm Joe. I'm tired. I'm sad. We're playing Raincode because, well, we like Spike Chunsoft games.
You better hurry!
It's pretty much, you know, really like Spike Chunsoft games. But yeah. Hi. We're not going to be able to go down this road, are we?
Not this way.
Yeah. It's going to make us go down the right way. Nope, nope, that's the building we go down. We go up. That's the station. Am I supposed to go this way? Or with bad controls and bad enemies and overpowered enemies. I mean, that sounds that sounds frustrating. I'm very sorry that you had that. But I guess, you know, you can't tell if you don't try. So
This is...
Come on!
is this a step ladder or a regular ladder? That is a Phoenix, right? Joke. Because there is literally an achievement. There's literally an achievement for inspecting all of the step ladders and ladders. Right, I'm looking in here because I'm looking for collectible, so we're looking out for glowy things and we're collecting points, but also because it's letting us explore this bit. That's construction.
Well...
Like this. I got a copper shard.
Master?
Yeah, if goods can be exported, why can't people come in and out? Well, because you're living in...
Huh?
Well,
You're living in a totalitarian state? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically there's like 5 people that managed to get in to Penai Ward. We got in on the train and... No, 4... No, yeah, 5 people. We got in on the train and the others got in some other way. We haven't been told that.
Oh,
You know,
You can see the whole city. It's rather a nice view. It's weird having so many conversations with people that apparently we've had and forgotten when I'm down the wrong way. Unless that work has disappeared.
Master,
Oh
you
no,
gotta hurry!
it's disappeared. Good.
this place.
Hey, Billies. I had forgot we were supposed to be collecting people, but only just because I played it yesterday.
It's the Peacekeepers.
Oh,
Staying
shit.
hidden.
Huh? Oh, right. Chief. And that peacekeeper from the clock tower.
Seth Burrows. A high-ranking Peacekeeper. He's quite infamous for being sly and persistent.
Why does he have flowers?
Well, we sure got some heavy rain again, huh? The humidity makes my hair fuzzier than normal.
I don't care.
Huh? What did you say?
I don't care. More importantly, you sent your detectives to interfere with the Nailman case, didn't you? We have witnesses.
Nailman? Now that you mention it, there was a case like that before. Oh, wait, no, I don't know anything.
This flower, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Huh?
What are you gonna do with
Created
it?
by Amaterasu Corp's research, this precious work of art is adapted to Kanai Ward's environment. But unfortunately, once picked, it can only maintain its beauty for 3 hours. When something beautiful withers, it fills me with an inexplicable sorrow. I feel so sad that... it makes me want to sink a ship.
I don't follow.
The
I mean,
Nailman
we
affair will
should
be
have hidden the
handled by
submarine.
peacekeepers. You and your team will withdraw immediately. Bring in the detectives you sent out. The peacekeepers will take custody of them.
Hold on! I don't know what detectives you're talking about, and I don't know where any of them are.
I'll wait until this flower withers. You have 3 hours. I'll not wait a second longer.
Oh dear.
If you fail to meet my demands, you will suffer the same fate as this flower.
Fine, I get it.
He's charming.
But can't you give me more time?
It's a good thing we didn't go straight back. But also, why would you literally not,
He's gone.
you know, put the submarine back under the
Chicago,
water
Are you alright?
and have some sort of prearranged code?
Yuma. And Alara, too. Yeesh, this is bad. Listen, the Peacekeepers just came by.
I know.
So,
We were watching from over there.
Huh? You were watching? You could at least help me out. Hold on. Are you two the detectives they were talking about?
I'm sorry. It's a long story, but it was probably us.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Why? What's going
dear.
on?
I got the snizzes today. It's
It's
cold.
exactly as the Peacekeeper said. We are currently pursuing the Nailman case. We'd like to search around the church. I was about to ask
It's
you
not
to take us
raining,
there,
but it has been
you
damp.
seem rather busy.
Yeah, I'm real busy now, thanks to you two! You're gonna keep investigating? Not gonna help your chief out of a jam? Look,
We
we've
don't want to
got
be in
3
custody.
hours before I'm taken away. If that happens, the last detective agency in town is done for.
Would you rather hand us over to the Peacekeepers?
Who do you think you're talking to? I'm the chief. I'd rather turn myself in than ever sell anyone out.
Well,
Though,
I wasn't sure
I
about
wouldn't
that.
want to do
I'll
that
be honest.
either, if I'm being honest. Never mind. Forget what I just said.
Man, he does not know when to stop.
What should we do, Halara?
There's only one person who'll be taken into custody. It's not the chief, not us. It's the Nailman. You will find the real culprit and turn the murderer over to the Peacekeepers as originally planned.
I wonder what that
With
says.
enough evidence,
This
they will
jacket.
have no room to reject the truth.
But we only have 3 hours.
3 hours is more than enough. I will give my utmost effort as your assistant. With my logic,
I feel like we could be a
anything
bit
is
less
possible.
conspicuous wearing the branded clothing.
I don't really get it, but it seems best to leave it to you two. You said you wanted to go to the church? Let me mark it on the map.
Thank you.
It's for the best that I don't tag along. If we're seen together, things will get even more sticky. I'll be right here, waiting for good news. I'm counting on you.
Got it. We're off.
3 hours. You've got 3 hours to solve the case. Seriously, I'm counting on you. There's still so much I need to do.
Okay. What are you looking at? And does it matter even if I solve the case? They're still gonna ride roughshod over everything.
you can get to the church from Kamasaki District. Time is short.
Let's hurry!
I'm not quite sure what was updated there. Oh, indeed. Quest 2? Maybe we weren't meant to find the other ones yet? Looks ominous.
So the Nailman urban legend originated at this church.
There aren't any ghosts here, are there? It's safe, right?
It looks spooky because it's dark and raining.
What's the matter, Halara?
I hate churches. I find them devoid of value.
Huh? Why is that?
Because prayer is obviously inferior to payment. Just look at the tragedies the city has seen. There is no God to save you. The lost lamb should look to detectives for help instead, don't you think?
I don't know about that.
I mean, we've already met a
Depends on the
ghost.
individual.
Forget it. For now, let's talk to the people around the church.
And I just finished reading a book series
Will
where
they even
faith,
listen to us?
belief,
They can't say no if we
created
say
magic.
we're on assignment for the peacekeepers.
Is it okay to lie like that?
Of course not.
Whether it's okay or not is secondary. Our priority is to solve the case. In order to achieve that, deception is at times required. Now, let us educate those who are here that their true savior isn't beyond the rain clouds.
Either which way. They are very cool. Wow. Oh my gosh.
What is it you wanted to speak about?
I've already spoken to the peacekeepers a bunch of times. How many times do I gotta say it?
It's a nun with cows.
Hasn't the culprit already been arrested?
Well, I don't mind. I have time to talk.
How long are you going to stand around like some tombstone? Our time is short. Why do you think we've gathered them here?
Oh, yeah. We have to question them, right?
It's your move. Play your card.
Do I really have to do this? I guess Halara seems intent on being the assistant.
In my opinion, it'd go much faster if Helara did this, Master.
But
Yeah, but
I
then I
have
wouldn't
to do
learn.
it. No point in wasting time thinking about it.
Time for an investigation.
Yeah, time for a quick run around the grounds first, though.
I'm sure.
Come on.
Oh, I like the fox. The fox is cute. Ooh, I see something shiny. I like that so far I think we found Viva at the bookstore and now in the church thing. Church. Why can't we go inside? It's wet.
I'm sure.
Come on.
Okay, we only get points for one. Who wants to talk? So let's talk.
Excuse me, but you are...
Do you even have to ask? You know who I am.
Huh?
I really don't.
No, I think today is the first time we've met.
What? You're investigating the Nailman and you don't know who I am?
you the
What's
Nailman?
that supposed to mean?
This must be the clergy member on the report who was the first to find the body.
Yeah, that's right! I was the first on the scene!
Right, it was on the report. I'm impressed Halara was able to realize it so quickly.
I've been attending every day since I was first baptized here as a child. That's how pious I am. But I don't work here, so it's not like I'm a clergy member. I just love mystical places like this. There's an otherworldly feeling to it, you know? I love researching this type of stuff, which is why I've been keeping an eye on Nailman activity for a while now.
So,
Hey, inserting
you know
himself
a
into
lot
the
about the
investigation.
Nailman.
That's an understatement. In fact, you could say I'm an expert in Nailman research.
It's a clear sign
In
of
that
someone
case,
suspicious.
what do you think about the clock tower murder? Though it seems the suspect has already been arrested.
I think he was framed.
You do? Then who do you think the real killer is?
The real Nailman, obviously. The Peacekeepers are making a big mistake. Listen, the Nailman exists. The Nailman is summoned through a ritual and commits murder based on a sacrificial doll.
We don't even know who the victim
That's
is, I'll be honest.
impossible.
Yeah,
Just
I
probably
get
not.
it. You probably want proof. In that case, look for a doll in the forest. You'll find a nailed doll with a name tag for the Dark Ceremony. Whoever's
Did you
name
put it
is on
there?
it is the Nailman's next target. Just follow someone in town with the same name. If you're lucky, you might have a run-in with the Nailman. Unfortunately, I wasn't so lucky.
I've missed him by just a hair 4 times already.
I see. So you can guess the next victim based on each doll's name tag.
I was so close at the clock tower, too.
I found someone whose name matched a name tag and figured out she was heading to the clock tower. I called the Peacekeepers and entered the clock tower, but I was too late.
Damn it! If only I'd acted sooner. I was so close.
I bet
to
he's
meeting
wearing
the
loafers.
Nailman.
Guess he just wants to meet the Nailman and doesn't care about preventing the murders. So he's an occult enthusiast? Seems like a huge weirdo.
Seems suspicious to me. Generally, the rule is, in any kind of investigation, is if you start getting one member of the public that seems very keen to help and insert themselves into the investigation, they are usually a suspect. And they're probably the actual, person. It's not the only rule, but it is one of the most common rules in detective-y things. And once you know that rule, and then when you know, who did it, you start noticing that pattern again and again. It's like people that return to the scene of the crime is a common one, that they want to see the horror they've inflicted, so you might find them at memorial for victims. This is specifically, I think, when you've got, murder, but also, I watch a lot of shows where people are murdered. But generally, yeah, if you have an overly helpful person that just wants to help, it's probably them. Probably them. So, yeah. I'm suspicious of this person. Probably just a fanatic. But do note that I said I was suspicious of them. They were also at the crime scene. They have followed 4 victims. I mean, it'd be really weird if they just offered themselves up like that, but they could be, that self-centered, egotistical. But yeah. It's like I'm trying to apply that to a TV show that I just started watching called Paradise, which has Sterling K. Brown in from This Is Us. Amazing actor. Also the same producer, writer as This Is Us. So I'm getting a similar esque vibe to the setup. So maybe producer? I don't know how that works. Someone involved in the creation of This Is Us is also involved in Paradise. And it is 4 episodes are out on Disney Plus. I've watched 3 of them. I am intrigued. It is not where I thought it was going, so I'm intrigued. But I'm not going to spoil it for anyone.
You are...
What are you, blind? I'm a nun, obviously.
You are a very
You got
interesting
some
looking-
nerve
What happened to
calling
your
me
arm?
here out of nowhere. Do you know how busy I am with choir practice? How kill your ass in the name of God.
You are very angry, Nun.
She's the type my
okay
master
that
has
with
trouble
her.
with.
I want to know what happened
I'll
to your
have
arm.
you know, my dad is a higher up at Amaterasu Corporation. I don't care if you're on a mission from the Peacekeepers. If you piss me off, Papa will make you regret it.
Right. I'd just like to ask some questions. I'll keep it quick. Do you know anything about this nail man?
You mean the guy nailing up dolls? Well, I have seen someone going into the forest late at
Yeah,
night.
that guy.
Whenever I've gone into the forest afterward, I usually find dolls nailed to the trees. The dolls have names written in what looks like blood. It's creepy as hell, really.
Maybe he's placing the dolls
words,
there?
It's totally metal!
I don't know, maybe he's actually placing the dolls there.
see. By the way, what happened to your right hand? Did you get hurt?
Hey, don't stare! It's nothing. I went a little overboard while practicing an instrument.
Instrument?
I'm working on this new thing I call death metal choir. I was messing around on the bass and, well, you know.
Is that your dominant hand?
What kind of question is that? You want to die or something?
Oh,
It is her dominant hand. I'm sure of it.
I see. Are you the priest of this church?
That's
Why
right.
is your emblem a sword?
My family has served this church for many generations. Though I only became a man of the cloth in recent years, the blood of martyrs spanning centuries dwells within me. Thus,
Martyrs died
my
for the cause.
existence is but a piece of the eternal prayers offered. That is my mission, as the divine has guided me to do.
You're not always
I
holy.
don't get why, but he sure seems proud to be a priest.
Because I held up a
Do you know
symbol
about the nail
of
man?
something.
Of course. I have no idea how that rumor spread around.
Well, it might have been this guy's fault.
Perhaps it was even started by a wish made by those seeking salvation, which created the fantasy of the nail man.
Ooh, like that Terry Pratchett book that created the actual sock monster.
The people of this city must be crazy if they look to the nail
Which one
man
was
for
that?
salvation.
Pyramid Truth?
Hey, that actually sounds kind of cool. I know how they feel.
I'd like to reread that one. That was a good one.
I want to tie you up and go to a world where it's just you and me, Master.
I mean,
Isn't
you
it
do that
basically
anyway.
already like that?
Okay, this person.
And you are...
I do the odd jobs like cleaning around the church.
You look like a
I
friar.
also care for the forest.
You do you?
Do you know anything about the nail man?
I often patrol the woods, but I'm usually asleep at night.
Can we go see the woods?
When morning comes around, there are dolls nailed to the trees. It's tough to clean all of them up. I've never seen the nail man himself, but I've seen people enter the forest plenty of times.
Have you ever talked to them?
I have, but they typically run away. Some get surprised and leave their nails and doll behind. I chase after them to give them back their dolls, but I'm never fast enough. They always get away.
That makes sense with a body like that.
Oi.
I understand. Thank you very much.
It makes sense more because people are
I've
afraid that
talked to
they've been
everyone.
leaving voodoo dolls
Palara,
behind.
is there anything you'd like to ask them?
Only end your turn once you've secured a shot at victory.
Does that mean I should gather more information? What else should I ask about?
Past no more murders.
There have been several nail man cases in the past, right? Does anyone know anything about past cases?
I mean, that guy at the top
You
does.
know a lot about these things, right?
Yeah, you can ask me anything about the Nail Man, including all past cases, obviously. I was the first to find the body every time.
That makes you really suspicious, dude.
Every time?
There's no reason to look surprised. I already told you how I did it. I find dolls with name tags in the forest. Then, I look for whoever's supposed to be the next victim. But every time I find a victim, they're already dead.
Being the first on scene each time sounds super suspicious.
Yes.
You think I'm suspicious, don't you?
Very.
I suppose you would. The
Do you
first
not think you're
person on the
suspicious?
scene can always lie and say they discovered the body in a locked room. But the thing is, I've never been alone when I've discovered a body. All of the crime scenes had no way in or out, so I'd open them with someone nearby, or by asking the peacekeepers.
So the body's discovery was never done alone. If that's true, then all the rooms really were locked.
The windows for him.
Master, why don't you ask for more details about past cases for now?
Can you tell me more about each case?
There have been 3 Nailman cases in the past 6 months, excluding the one at the clock tower. The first happened 6 months ago at a secret club in Kamasaki District. It's essentially a members-only casino. The victim owned the place.
Okay.
At the time, the Nailman was just a name you'd sometimes hear about in urban legends. But I had a personal interest in the Nailman, so I started researching him.
Maybe you accidentally
And then
manifested
it
him.
happened. I came across another murder while investigating a name tag I found in the forest. I knew then that it had to be the Nailman.
And that crime scene was also
Someone's
with
playing into the urban legend.
Yeah, all of the Nailman crime scenes have common characteristics. There's always a corpse and doll coated in nails, and also the murderer leaves no trace behind. Isn't that bizarre? See why I'm so interested in
I
the
mean,
Nailman?
we've got Trace.
I totally get it.
Don't empathize with him.
The secret club was the first locked room mystery. As for the second, it was at a mansion in the residential area near Ginma District. About 3 months ago, the owner of the mansion was murdered in the building's study. The crime scene again took place in a locked room with a corpse and doll covered in nails inside. Considering all this, there's no
the nailman
doubt it was
study.
committed by the
Hammer.
Nailman. By then, I knew the legendary Nailman had descended upon Kanai Ward. The third locked room mystery occurred a month ago. A woman was killed in an art gallery storage in Ginma District. It also featured a body and a doll covered in nails in a completely
It was that
locked
place.
room. And today, the fourth locked room mystery happened at the clock tower.
Yeah, but who died?
It's every single Nailman
What was
case.
the name? Give me the name.
At least, for now. I'm sure the Nailman will continue on. He will enact revenge for the people of Kanai Ward.
Hey, Phoenix. Raincoat. Yep. I mean, we are a little bit in the rain at the moment.
That reminds me, is there any information about the dolls used in the Nailman ceremonies? I know a few have been found at the crime scenes, too.
You find that stuff in any doll shop.
Doll shop?
Huh? You haven't seen one? What are you, a foreigner or something? Around here, all the craft shops have been
I mean, if
selling
you pronounce
fancy
it wrong,
dolls
it
for a
also
long
sounds like
time.
raincoat.
They were mostly souvenirs for tourists, but that industry is long gone now. Some places still sell them at steep discounts just to get rid of their stock. If you know where to look, you'll see mountains of illegally discarded dolls all over the place.
I see. So they aren't much of a clue given how easy they are to obtain. Has anyone
No, no
noticed
worries, have
strange
fun with
things
Doctor.
happening near the church lately?
Wow, what a vague question.
Oh, now that you mention it,
What is it? Please, any small detail will help.
something strange was burning in the incinerator earlier.
What are you
What do
making
you
in
mean
Docker?
by
Or what are you
strange?
creating in Docker?
Like, I thought it was a rope, but all I can say is it looked strange.
That's helpful.
Can you try drawing what it looks like? It does look like some sort of
That looks like a
bizarre
rope ladder to me.
It's like a centipede with legs missing from one side. Looks
It's
delicious.
also for games. Ah, sounds good.
I was worried that it wasn't supposed to be burned, so I tried to take it out.
You get
But I
quite
was too
lightweight
late.
rope ladders.
It was completely incinerated. I asked
That's
around
probably what the yellow
to
on
see
the
if
nails
anyone
was.
knew about it, but everyone claimed they hadn't thrown away anything like it. The incinerator is surrounded by a locked fence. Only clergy can access it.
So, no one here recognized it?
I don't even work here in the first place.
Only clergy can access the incinerator, but no one claims to have thrown it away.
Yeah, of course they won't, because it's clearly a
I
clue.
don't know if this has anything to do with the case, but something's fishy.
A watchmaker was arrested earlier. He's suspected of being involved in the Nailman incident. Does anyone know anything about him?
A watchmaker? You mean G.A. Colon? I've
Cool.
asked him to fix the church clock several times. To think that he's the nail man.
Well, it hasn't been proven that he's the culprit yet.
Oh, I see. But if it were him,
That's sweet.
no one would blame him.
What do you mean?
This city has completely changed. Everyone is seeking salvation in some way. The Nail Man was born
Maybe
out of
it's
our
him.
situation.
You mean the Nailman is what the people actually wanted?
Many would certainly
Depends who's
deny
died.
it,
I want to know more about the
but the
victims.
nailed dolls continue to
This
appear
fascination
in our
with focusing on the killer annoys me.
If the Nail Man acts as their agent, then they are also the Nail Man. In a way. That's how I see it. What do you think?
The nail
It's
man.
true. The nailman could
As
be
in
seen
hammer
as a
hand.
savior to some people. After all, he kills the people you want dead for you. I mean, the victim had it coming for doing something worth getting killed over, right?
I don't think there is a mailman in this yet. Please ask about the victims. Who
I
died?
think I've asked about everything.
Aside
I
from the
want to
owner of the
find out.
nightclub casino, that's all we know.
Looks like time is almost up. Let's get going.
Was that okay?
Yes, it will suffice.
Can we look in the
Thank you
forest
for
now?
your cooperation.
So my neighbours upstairs are banging. Drives me nuts. Yeah, it did sound like mailman. I'll be honest.
You
You're
should
not
study
wrong to
their
think that.
faces well. They may end up being accused of the murders. Huh? You need to remember every face, so you can spot them, even if they flee through a crowd.
I don't think it's the angry nun.
Wait! Do you mean the actual culprit is one of them?
Perhaps. There's not enough information yet to act on.
It's
We have
pretty
no time to waste.
tough to kill
Let's
someone with
investigate
one
the other crime
arm
scenes.
in a cast.
Best not to scramble what little gray matter rests in your head. So let's examine the crime scenes chronologically.
I want to see the forest.
Okay. Well, the first murder occurred at...
Underground club in Glub. Secret club in the Kamikaze. Yeah, the Glub. It occurred in the Glub. In the club, we all fam. Oh,
It's the secret club in the Kamasaki district, right?
Correct. Let's hurry. I won't allow time to be wasted.
You wouldn't wear glasses with it. Yeah, I mean, there's a whole neon pink, blue, purple theme. So, you know, really that's, you know, that is just a thing. It's very punk, neon punk, not steampunk. Futuristic vibe. I like it. I have the hiccups. Oh yeah, I mean light up glasses would drive me nuts. You're not supposed to see your frame.
Thinking. The first incident was 6 months ago, right? If we go to the crime scene now, there's nothing left to investigate.
You think it will be a waste of time? There's no need to worry about that.
So, you have a plan then?
What? You're working with Halara Nightmare. What more could you possibly ask for? Now, let's be swift.
Huh? Right.
I don't really get it, but talk about confidence.
Yeah, I
Where's
mean
the
mine are
secret
black,
club?
but I don't see the frames. I'm betting we get a page of profiles for each case. So that was the train case. This is for the people involved in Amaterasu. And then the worshipper, who doesn't appear to have an actual name. All the servants. Talent video games, like making speeches. Likes anime figures, dislikes violence. I'm not suspicious of the seven, I have to admit, but then that could mean that they're gonna pull the wool over my eyes because, well, it's me.
It's supposed to be a secret, so maybe it's in a spot that doesn't stand out?
I think this goes towards the station.
Not this way. I see.
Ah, every time you buy meat buns. It freaks me out how people materialize through that banner then.
Yeah.
I see.
Meat buns.
Well,
Oh!
I get it.
Darn guy. you're having a hard time getting your head around Kubernetes. You know what it does, but somehow your brain won't see it. Yeah, container-based stuff is tricky. There's the club.
This appears
Yeah,
to be the
I can
crime scene,
understand.
but it's sealed off. They've left it like this for 6 months?
No doubt they've shirked their obligation to clean up. I suspect the peacekeepers are lazy to a fault.
Everyone needs to be wearing gloves.
It's open. Let's go inside.
The machines are still running. Whoa. Ew.
The peacekeepers may be sloppy, but even they wouldn't leave the crime scene completely untouched. The body was probably found around here. The victim's name is Suguma Iho, an old man who owned this place. His reputation left much to be desired. This place was an illegal casino operating at obscene rates. Even the cheating was rampant.
You sure know a lot about it. When did you...
Did you forget to turn it on?
I told you, I gathered my own intel while waiting at the cafe. The real interesting note is that this crime scene also had no way in or out. At the time of discovery, the door was locked from the inside.
Well, there's a
There
hatch
aren't any
in the
windows
roof.
either, which is expected given that it's
ports.
underground. There are air vents, but they have secure covers barring entry.
Oh, that's a light.
Besides, no one's able to reach that high up.
No windows. The only way in and out is the door that was locked from the inside. It's a locked room mystery. Locked room mystery.
No one else can see this ghost, by the way. Just
But there's not much more to investigate. We don't know what state the body was in at the time of discovery.
just to clarify.
I told you not to worry. The conditions have
So occasionally
all
we
been
just look like
met.
we're talking to ourselves. Kind of like Garfield.
Conditions?
Don't tell me you've forgotten I'm a master detective.
Oh, your forte.
My forte is post-cognition, the power to see the past.
Nice.
However, it can only be used at murder scenes.
That is so
To be
useful.
precise, I can only see how the crime scene appeared at the time it was first discovered. Another way to describe it would be as crime scene limited psychometry, if that's easier to understand.
No, I got see crime scene.
Amazing! It's like the perfect forte for a detective.
My power
You mean like
allows me to
the
see the
f-
moment the first witness saw the crime scene.
The one that goes,
Not the
"Hey,
culprit,
listen!
not the victim, but how it appeared when a third party first entered. The memory or perception of the witness does not affect my postcognition. What I see is what actually was there.
Navi.
When it comes to my power, the witness is not a camera or a recording device, but rather a trigger. Perhaps the best way to think of it is like a bookmark stuck between the pages of when the body was found. Well,
Took me a
there's no
moment.
point in wasting
I've got
more
a
time
plush one
explaining.
somewhere.
Let's have a look.
It's.
That power sure is convenient.
I'll show you in a minute.
Explains all the confidence. It's similar to the mystery labyrinth, where I recreate the crime scene in your mind.
Okay. So, Navi. I have a plush Navi. I really need to sort out the chat on this page because that is not readable. But the point is that I have a little plush Navi from my. I have a gamer cat dressed as Link from Zelda, from a Kickstarter from years ago. So yeah. Yeah, that scene needs sorting out. I haven't really used it as yet. I kind of wanted it to do it so it only like underlaid the chat as the chat moved up, but I haven't done that yet.
But now it's done in the real world. Although, it is limited to both the crime scene and the moment of first discovery.
But still, it's amazing.
On the other hand,
Can't tell if
my
anything has
master's
changed
nothing.
between
Why is life
murder
so
and first
unfair?
discovery then.
Now I'm
Hey
angry.
Steve, how you doing?
Master, can I nibble on your heart to help cheer me up?
Of
No.
course not.
Okay.
What?
Post-cognition. I wonder what it's like. All I can
I
do is
mean,
wait for the
you know.
report.
Well, do I have some good news for you?
What is it this time?
Master, try to remember. Did you feel anything back on the Amaterasu Express?
Oh yeah.
You know, when the other master
We're not-
detectives used their
Are we detecting
powers?
a four-day?
This sensation. I felt it when Aphex used his powers. Somehow, it feels like I can hear what Poochie hears. Right. I can sense whenever a master detective uses their power.
Yes, that's it! Maybe your coalescence will work now.
Coalescence?
Simply put, it's the ability to share someone else's power. On the train, you only felt the resonance of other people's fortes, but its true function is to share their powers.
Oh my god, that is the most useful power.
Wait. Then that means I can also see the scene in the past with Halara? That's amazing! Is this your ability, Shinigami?
Something like that. But there are
Oh
conditions
no, it's
for it
totally
to
our power.
activate.
Maybe. I don't know.
You must kiss someone to share their ability.
What? Kiss Halara?
Ha! I lied.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you're pulling our leg down.
Did you blush? Did you really want to? You still don't know if Halara's a boy
It doesn't
or
matter!
girl.
If they haven't said, then
Quit
it
messing around
doesn't
and
matter.
tell me how it works.
You need permission from the person sharing the ability first. Then, you must hold hands while the ability
Yeah.
is active.
Well, they are a death god,
And that's it.
and they are a bit wonky.
I can do that.
They are very wonky, I have to say. Right. Can we share your power, please?
Halara. Halara?
I need you to be quiet. I'm concentrating.
Sorry, but there's something I want to ask.
This one. Yeah. Yay! It's a good game. I got it in the Christmas sale.
Coalescence. Hold hands. You and me.
Yes, that way I'll be able to see the past too. I think.
I bought it myself.
My
as a Christmas
sources made
present.
no mention of such an ability. In fact, you're just a trainee.
Yeah, but I just remembered I had it. Anyway, we don't have much time. Let's try it.
I mean, it's.
I have no intention of getting friendly with you.
Oh, it's not like that.
I despise you.
Oh, that's a bit strong.
Just the thought of holding your hand makes my skin crawl.
Ah,
I didn't know you hated me so much.
yeah, I understand.
Let me be clear. I don't just hate you in particular. I despise all of humanity
I
equally.
sometimes don't want to touch people.
I don't
despise
trust
people.
anyone except the dead.
I had a feeling. Halara must be a demon straight from hell.
Then why did you choose to help me with the investigation?
As I
What
told you
is
in
she?
the beginning,
Um,
I always
they
work sincerely for the
are a
payment
master
I receive.
detective.
As long as you promise payment, I will promise my utmost efforts as a professional.
They are a person.
Then please,
With the power.
hold my hand. It's necessary for the investigation. You can add this to my bill if you want.
Their pronouns are they at the
You'll
moment
agree
because
then,
we don't know
right?
otherwise and they haven't told us. And we don't need to know.
Fine. If it's what I must do as a detective, then I have no choice but
So
to
for now, I'm
agree.
going to assume that they're non-binary or agender or genderqueer. Or completely just outside of any kind of definition. No, they're just really pale. They're human. Okay, I'm oohing and ahhing. I am much amused by my own oohing and ahhing, but this is really cool. How are we going to move around if we're holding their hand, though? Woo!
I can see it.
Crime scene
Everything
psychometry.
looks different than a moment ago.
I
Incredible.
did say shush.
So this is post-cognition.
Can you really see
You can be
it?
human and hate humanity.
So your coalescence is real. I didn't expect you to already have your own forte. Well, this does save me the trouble of reporting it back to you, but it's quite inconvenient to keep our hands joined. Very well. Go ahead and lead the investigation.
Me?
If you can see what I see...
Of humanity,
that
as a
would be for the
general rule,
best. I'm
there
only
are some
acting as your
horrible
assistant,
people out
after
there.
all. This is quite the bizarre crime scene. But unusual crime scenes
Doing
are
horrible things.
expected when you work for the
So, yeah.
WDO. Now, let's see what you're capable of.
Bleep bloop. Okay. Thin layer of dust. A key. Ah.
Oh, there's a key in the glass. Is it the key to the room?
Seems like it. By the way, being an illegal casino, the security was extremely tight. There's only one master key. It's also a special key that can't be duplicated.
If it was thrown in from outside the vent, it wouldn't be inside the glass.
So this is definitely another locked room.
Yes, we're just avoiding the creepy dolls and the dead body on the back at the
Glad
moment.
I met you.
Oh, it's a key. And it's a key. We get a key that is a key. Okay.
Yeah.
Slot machine is spotless.
Yeah.
That's...
Well,
We already did that. Okay.
What a rich fragrance.
What does that mean?
Yep. We're ignoring the creepy dolls for now. It's the nail man that likes nailing creepy dolls to crime scenes.
That's...
We hate creepy dolls.
well,
That's... The lock is broken. Maybe someone broke it and forced their way in. like at the clock tower. But from the looks of it, there's no sign of the lock or door being tampered with.
If this is what the witness saw, why isn't the door kicked in? Just putting it out there. If this is supposed to be triggered by the person finding it, why isn't the door kicked in? Sorry, covering myself in bits of sherbet from my sweet, which I'm now picking off my jumper. But hey, at least I got dressed today.
That's...
What? Whoa.
That's...
I see.
The doll. The doll, same as the others.
Yeah.
Someone fix the roulette table. Yeah, I thought there was a vent in the ceiling. There is not. I mean, to be fair, someone could potentially get in through there.
You just gotta hit this thing and it'll be good as...
Okay. The corpse. Oh, an event.
That's...
But
Yeah, oh my god, creepy faces. Oh, this guy does not look very
Body. I see a body. The murder scene through Halara's eyes is completely silent. There are dolls nailed to the walls and floor,
Notice the particular.
and a corpse pinned down with nails in a similar fashion. This all feels like a dream. It doesn't seem real. There are abnormal decorations all around the crime scene. And it's so quiet.
So,
Hey,
Screws are gone.
this vent, which means it could be easily removed.
what are you doing? You can't touch what you see in post-cognition, even if you happen to be 3 meters tall.
Oh, I see. But I think this will be an important clue.
Bear too
The
short.
vent is about 40 by 30 centimeters. A thin adult can probably pass through.
That's 12 by 15 inches. I'm not sure my bones could fit through that.
I knew it.
See if
Yeah.
the club has. So the corpse. I've already noticed the corpse has been strangled
It's a man's
with a rope,
corpse.
like the
He's
one in the clock
probably
tower.
around 60 years old. His body is pinned against the wall with countless nails. There isn't much bleeding, so the nails must have been hammered in after he
Yeah,
died.
that's what I said with the other lady.
You're starting to get the hang of this.
Chris
Not
Morton.
too shabby.
Still some blood flow, but the heart stopped
Oh,
pumping.
there are marks on him.
Yep,
Signs that
right
he was
bone.
strangled. The vertical scratch marks were probably made when he resisted.
The most basic of basic observations. Well, at least you noticed.
One thing that, to make it actually accurate, is, though I don't know if they're worried about accuracy in these things, is there should be petechia, like burst blood vessels in the eyes. Because that's what happens when you strangle somebody. That sounds really creepy. I watch a lot of medical shows and crime shows, and I'm not a serial killer. I like reading books. Hey, Nikki. So, yeah.
It's thanks to everything I taught you at the clock tower. Such an awesome mentor.
This situation
There's
is
no space under my
identical to the
patio.
murder
I'm in a
at the
flat.
clock tower.
The culprit
about
first
3 inches where the
strangled
water gathers.
victim to death, and then decorated the room afterward.
But why?
To frame the nail man, obviously. To feed the urban legend. I'm guessing they've been killing for a while. And then maybe they just happened to pick someone who was on the list. Hey,
Did you
Apex.
notice the nail below the vent?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Below the vent? Huh. Some of the nails are bent downward. Maybe they were hammered in a
Nope,
hurry.
they were used as a ladder.
Or perhaps there's another reason.
Another reason?
I'd noticed them, it wouldn't let me zoom in on it though.
I think that's about it.
Commented on it. That was pretty
That should
cool.
do it. There isn't much else to investigate.
I'm kind of
I've
glad we
never
can share her
experienced this
power,
before,
share their power, and it's very
but
cool.
It's surprisingly convenient to be able to share my post-cognition. It's exhausting to explain what I see to a client.
Really?
Hey, Horror.
People do not believe what they cannot see. I have often been called a liar.
I suppose fortes aren't always convenient.
We still have locked room mysteries to examine. The second incident was at the mansion near Ginma District. I have an idea of where to go. Let's hurry there.
Can we hurry but also meander? I have explored this district though, so...
The building we're heading to is accessed through Ginma District. Let's hurry there.
You're saying that like I remember how to get to bloody Ema District. But I think it's along here.
That's true.
Say,
Meander faster. Wanna meander faster? I've got collectibles and things to discover. Okay, my forte. Why is it not? Why is my forte suddenly not in there? It should have my forte in there. Coalesce. Except that it may not be my forte. Have to admit, it could be Shinigami's. But that would be cool if it was ours. It better not be the little kid. Because he had to be a very small woman. It was adult-sized shoes outside the clock tower. But I'm saying, I do not want it to be my little kid. My little kid is adorable. But yeah, we've got a request to discover. didn't meander at all because I didn't see any new icons on the map. Right, Montclair. Oh, I see a green. I see a green. Nothing to see here. No, I see a green. A green.
Oh,
But
I mean, fire hydrants are important. My house is so big. Should I hurt him? You can hurt people. Green. Are you going to request 3?
say, come on.
Ooh, to the woman. I like her brolly.
I'm...
Detective in training.
Well?
We've run away from home and I'm lost about what to do next.
Let's solve this thing.
Yeah. Well?
Daughter of a merchant. Arranged marriage. Suitor is an awful
no.
person.
I see.
Ah. Trying to be forced into marriage.
No. Right.
Ah.
Say,
Heck, if we're gonna pay, heck, we'll do it for pay because we need like 5 million to pay. Nightmare person.
All right.
Helena.
Thank you.
hey,
Kenai Station.
That's true.
Well,
Wearing a suit, navy
I
blue from head
see.
to toe. Okay.
come on.
What a dick. What a dick. At least we can walk down the road here.
Yeah.
Hey,
Even the journalists are dispirited. We'll come back to the mansion. We're just gonna meander. Though actually, we could check out the whole bus travel thing. Travel by bus. And then we'll travel back. And it's like we never left. Navy blue suit, head to toe. Isn't that one here?
Yeah.
Oh!
This be the merchant.
No.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Merchant man.
What?
Well?
Nah.
oh no.
Well,
Yay!
huh?
Whoa.
thanks a lot.
No. Yes. For now.
Are we going back? Do we have to... Aha!
That's what happened.
Great.
Thank goodness. Thank you.
Jeez, you probably shouldn't stand in the gutter though. Hope it goes well.
Well,
No.
The way of the simp? Oh, decent human being. Request completed. Got 100 detective points and we ranked up. Excellent. Was that 3? Oh no, sorry, 2. Yes, okay, wonderful. I stopped stressing now that I was missing something. I'll be honest, because... So yeah, we met a ghost. We know ghosts are real in this. We know the peacekeepers are evil, but we knew that anyway. We got a book for somebody. Oh, no. Excuse me. Mansion. Okay. 30 years old, real estate dealings, land sharking, and illicit transactions. Okay, so it seems that the people getting killed are at least, you know, bad. I mean, not that anyone deserves to die. Let me just get that clear. People don't deserve to die just because they are doing bad things. No one really.
There's a large mansion beyond the gate over there.
I don't know.
I wonder if that's the second crime scene.
That's probably it. Let's go inside.
I have feelings about when people call other people's dads, like serial killers.
It's closed, as expected.
Are you sure?
They're just so epic. It's like, it's closed. I'm just going to kick it down. Don't mind me. Like, you know, the death penalty. Like, serial killers? I don't know. It's one of those sort of not controversial topics. Well, death penalty is certainly controversial. But it's like, you know, someone that takes other people's lives is possibly someone that you don't want to be continuing living.
Looks like a haunted mansion.
I don't know.
I hope there aren't any ghosts around. I have a feeling they'll appear this time.
I've been meaning to ask, but aren't you kind of a ghost yourself?
The incident occurred about 3 months ago. The victim was Ali Hohen, the owner of this mansion. He had no family and lived alone. The mansion is now empty and dilapidated. The crime scene is in the study near the back. Let's go.
I believe in justice rather than vengeance.
The Nailman killings had another common factor, besides the locked room.
Sometimes it's hard to get justice.
The first person to find the body was always the same person.
That worshipper from church? Do you suspect him too?
I certainly do.
What he
Shoot
said
you.
did make sense. He's been obsessed with the Nailman and had access to the names of potential victims. It's not too surprising for him to be the first on the scene each time.
I guess I shouldn't assume things going into this.
That's right. It's down this hallway. The crime scene is in the room on the right side. There's little time. Let's head straight there.
Ha! Think you're partners now just because you held hands with my master? I'll have you know, Master and I are connected on a much deeper level.
Don't make it sound so suggestive.
Say,
Just tempting
well,
to, you know, go, well, they're dead.
You know,
By the way,
Okay, we can't go up the stairs.
feels like a jump scare's coming up.
Yeah, that didn't work because I was meandering.
So this is the study where the crime took place.
Oh, it's open. I wonder if the lock was broken at the time of discovery here, too. There's nothing left here either. It's all cleaned up.
I don't want to do it, but I suppose I can share my post-cognition again here.
Me, the fish aren't dead.
Are you sure?
After 3 months.
Don't make a big deal out of it. Just make it quick.
I would expect dead fish.
This is...
I'll...
That is a tiny vent.
There's a vent, but it's too small for a person to fit through.
It's too small for anyone
And
to
it's
for
also
anything.
screwed shut from the inside. It seems impossible to remove.
What's this now? Master, I discovered something. There are marks in the gap between the fence, like something scraped against it.
Really?
But given your height, you couldn't see it even if you stood on a chair.
Halara, can you use that chair to peek into the vent?
I will do so for 10,000 Xian.
You're charging me for it?
I jest. The marks in the vent seem to be left by strings rubbing against it. Did someone hitch a string to it or something? It shouldn't even be visible from your perspective. I'm surprised you noticed.
Oh, it was just a hunch.
You had goldfish survive in a frozen container the whole winter. I mean, that's different though. I mean, that is impressive, but that's different. Because, like, freezing could slow the metabolic rate. So, my theory with this one depends on how the door locks. But you could certainly have something where, like, something was threaded through the vent. The other ones were more obvious how that they got out.
See? I told you I'm useful. I do way more than just float around.
Yes.
You should give me 10,000 Xian as a reward.
We don't have any
Getting
Xian.
a headache.
Okay, so...
The crime scene of the murder is vividly brought to life before us. It all happens in silence, as though awakening from an eternal slumber. But
Ew.
the corpse will never wake up again. Even if the corpse did awaken, the nails
are in
pinning
different
him
places
down would
each
prevent
time.
him from rising. The door is the only entrance and exit to the room.
We haven't
There
proven
are no
that yet.
windows and the vent is small. I don't see any escape routes from the locked room. Maybe the doll nailed to the wall holds the answer to this bizarre mystery.
The door here can only be locked with a key. However, there is only the master key. No spares exist. The scenario resembles the locked room mystery in the casino. We can disregard the possibility of a duplicate key. The master key was found in this room at the time of discovery.
This is also similar to the locked room mystery in the secret club.
But there is one difference. The key was found underneath the corpse.
Oh.
Under the corpse? But we can't move the corpse in the past, so we can't confirm if that's true.
Post-cognition isn't all-powerful. but it's a fact that the key was found under the corpse. I have a crime scene photo, taken back then, in my jacket pocket. No detail has slipped past my efforts.
That is impressive.
Right.
That is a picture of a cat.
Huh? What's this?
Wait, not that one. I meant the other photo. This one's unrelated to the case.
I like them so much,
Oh,
and they have a
this is
cat
it.
photo.
You're right. The key's near
Sorted.
the middle of his back. But can this photo be trusted? Could it be something the Peacekeepers fabricated?
The Peacekeepers acknowledged the incident occurred in a locked room. Besides, there's no need for fabrication. After all, it would be more convenient for them to have fewer mysteries to deal with.
That's true. Sorry for being doubtful.
No, that's expected of a detective. You're starting to figure out how to do your job.
Was that a compliment?
Is that really all it takes to please you?
Also, I drew a sketch of the room's state on the back of that photo. Remember it well.
Yeah, okay.
Wow, what's with all... Are
Why
those
a
all the
sketch?
dolls?
How can it help solve the mystery? Also, what was with that cat photo anyway? That's surprisingly cute.
I feel like... In fact, there's a clear path between the door and the body.
That's...
Oh, that noise when it's in precognition mode is painful. I hadn't realised until now.
Let's check every nook and cranny.
But yeah, maybe they're cannibalistic, but they look like angelfish to me, which to my knowledge are not cannibalistic. And they're still good for filtration. There's no, you know, mold in the tank or anything, algae build-up. To me, that's suspicious.
That's true.
They're looking pretty bad.
Yeah.
Projector.
That's right. That's right.
Very well.
Dusty.
I'm...
Ah, living things can't be seen through postcognition.
Oh,
That's a useful thing to know. Oh no, where's Phoenix? Have a good look. Aww, he makes clouds.
yeah.
Say, sit down right here.
Excuse me. Could be a secret passage in a bookcase. Dolls.
There's only one comparatively. Maybe there was no room to nail them. Wait. This doll has both. Did the culprit do this on purpose? This keeps getting more
eyes
and more
gouged out.
disturbing.
But it's kinda creepy cute. I want to put one next to the top of a staircase so people can run into it at night.
Why would you want to do that?
Because it's funny.
You know, this doll seems made of cheaper materials compared to the other ones.
Hey, you're right. Like it's made of resin instead of porcelain. The texture looks cheap, but also more durable.
Too bad it doesn't have eyeballs.
The eye holes are connected to each other in the head cavity. It's like that darkness is staring into me.
Also looks like something's been threaded through the eyes.
There's a mark on the edge of the eye holes near the nose. Looks like a string rubbed
Yeah,
against
there's
it.
definitely some stuff going on with
How did this
strings,
mark
which
get
is
here?
generally how people do things in locked room mysteries. Either that or misdirection. Oh, hello. Got some books highlighted.
Yeah.
Oh, nothing's different.
I see.
Oh!
However,
They're counterfeits, okay?
yeah.
Sorry, what was the name of it? The
Yeah.
Goin Saga. Oh, 150 volumes and it didn't end? Oh, that's horrible.
Beats me.
You know, it's bad enough when you get authors dying, let alone dying without finishing stuff. You know, we were lucky that Robert Jordan left notes and Brandon Sanderson was able to finish the Wheel of Time books. Because I hate unfinished things.
What does that mean?
It appears.
To be fair, it looks like something may have been behind that. A safe, maybe.
Beats me.
I see.
It appears.
Nothing to do with the case. I mean, they are to do with the case, but they're not important other than effect.
Well. We leveled up again. I don't know how easy it is to get to the max level, so.
That's true.
It appears.
Victim's neck obviously been strangled again.
The cause of death here appears to be strangulation as well.
No
And
particular.
like the others, there are rope marks around the neck and traces of a struggle. Oh, but on a closer look, there's a mark left by a thin string on the back of his neck.
It couldn't have been the rope that was used to strangle him.
That's how they got the key
thickness
under
is
the corpse.
completely different.
There are two different types of string marks on the body. Was he strangled twice?
He was strangled and
But
strung
even
up.
then,
I
it'd be
think,
odd
but-
to only have marks behind his neck. And why do the strings have different thicknesses?
Anyway, it's an important piece of evidence.
The victim is a well-built man, approximately 30 years old. The corpse here is also covered in nails. His appendages and chest are all nailed to the floor.
The owner of this mansion made his fortune in real estate from an early age. But along with aggressive land sharking and other illicit transactions, he made shady deals with Amaterasu Corp. There are several reasons he'd be hated. A doll with his name on it was bound to be nailed in the church forest.
I wonder how the person who cursed him feels, now that he's actually dead.
Really?
Perhaps they feel no responsibility. They just hopped on the urban legend bandwagon.
Is that really the case?
So the head's not pointing
Wait,
towards the door.
This is odd.
Did you find something?
Feet are pointing towards the door.
Look closely. The length of the nails driven into the corpse are all slightly different.
The length isn't the problem here. It's how hard they were
Yeah,
hammered in.
so the legs are hammered into the
What do you
floor,
mean?
but the body isn't, the torso
The
isn't.
nails driven into the lower torso went through the body and into the floor. But the nails in the upper torso
'Cause it was
did not
propped up so the
penetrate
key could
all
go
the way
underneath.
through the body.
But why would the culprit not hammer the nails in as hard on the upper body? As that
That's not the only unnatural thing. Take a look at the blood.
It's
The nail wounds on the lower torso appear
run
to
down,
be
but I didn't
bleeding
even notice that part
sideways.
yet.
But the upper torso wounds are bleeding
It was sitting
vertically
up.
down toward his waist.
The blood flows differently between the upper and lower body?
Maybe the upper and lower torsos are different people, and they were smushed together after death.
That's disturbing.
So, yeah. Definitely something wonky going on there. Oh, no, I didn't mean to go back in to the horrible noise. It's like a cool power, but I don't like the noise.
Looks like
So,
there's nothing left to check.
yeah. So the corpse was sitting up. There was a doll in the wall here with something running through the eyes and running through the vent.
Are you done here?
So it's possible that they locked it and then fed the key through and then had like a pulley system to get the key under the corpse, and then they cut the wire or cut the thread and the corpse collapsed and then they got the thread out. Very elaborate.
Now we've gathered enough evidence. Though it appears complicated at first glance, the answer is simple.
Yep.
Huh? Halara, did you already solve the locked room mystery?
Yeah.
What? You
Have you not?
haven't?
There's no way to solve it with what we have.
Yes, there is.
How was the room locked?
I did.
It's unfit for one detective to ask another that question. For the sake of your own pride, you must figure it out. Unless you'd like to hire me to do it for you. It won't come cheap.
I'll figure it out myself.
It's really all about the money with Halara.
The longer I'm with Halara, the deeper into debt I'll get. It's starting to scare me.
Now, let us be swift. Next stop is our last crime scene.
Maybe you'll save their lives and it'll be even. Museum's next.
The next one is the art gallery in Ginma district. We're
Art
running
gallery,
low on
museum,
time,
same
so
district.
we must hurry.
Well,
Right.
one you can buy the
Chief's in
paintings. but-
danger after all. So this is the art gallery. It's closed due to special circumstances.
The murder occurred only about a month ago. But I'm certain the crime scene has been cleaned up like the others. Not that it matters to me.
Wait! It's not a good idea to break into the art gallery!
They are rather
Did you
epic.
say something?
That's our Halara.
The crime scene is deep inside the art gallery. It's one of many storage rooms. Come, I won't allow time to be wasted.
Wait, please!
It's got short legs.
What is it?
Sorry. Is this the storage room where the crime scene took place?
Okay, so is this one gonna
It's
have
locked.
vent?
We're going in.
We're like a couple of thugs or something.
Strings?
Was the first on the scene the person from the church again?
As expected, it's the same worshiper. And he did say he was following the victim after finding a doll with the same name. He saw the victim enter the building late at night. He then searched the premises with the art gallery staff. When they opened this storage room, they discovered the body of the victim
I mean,
inside
they still
it.
could have been there
The
earlier,
door was locked
done the
at the time
crime,
of
and then
discovery,
searched for the victim.
and the key was found inside.
Ooh, another locked room mystery. That's for total. But I'm starting to get bored. It's not so special anymore.
What do you mean special? People have died. Let's start investigating.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, so are we standing at the door? Yeah. Okay. Small person. Forgeries, maybe?
Well,
Post-cognition reveals the crime scene in slightly faded colors. The room looked vaguely hazy in my eyes, even with the rows of vivid paintings within the art gallery. The smell of paint oil that permeated the room wasn't that of the past, but the present. If even the smells from the past could be recreated, the stench of the corpse would be much more overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that painting is up there now.
This is...
that's...
The painting's up there, but apparently that's not important.
Oh!
It appears.
I'll...
Oh!
But...
Oh!
I see.
They pissed the art.
There's a nail stuck in a painting. The killer must have hammered a nail into the portrait instead of a doll. Why is there such a fixation on dolls? The crime scenes so far have all been abnormal, but this one's just sick and twisted.
Small window. No one's getting in and out through that.
The only way in or out of here besides the door is this window.
The window jets out and is used as a vent. It doesn't appear big enough for someone to move through.
Currently, it opens outward slightly, but there are no other suspicious traces on it. It seems impossible to enter or
No,
exit
but you
through
could
here.
throw a key through it. And then shut it easily.
This is...
I'm...
This is...
That's...
Painting, landscape painting with a doll nailed to it.
A large painting lies on the floor, and a doll is nailed against the canvas. One nail goes through the head, another nail is in the chest. But the nail in the chest also passed through the circular hole on the key's handle.
Oh god.
Did the culprit leave the storage room after nailing the doll and key to the painting? If that's the case, how did they lock the room? The key was nailed to the picture, so it couldn't have been used.
Well, that's
one's
what makes it
trickier.
a locked room mystery. I'm sure they figured out some trick.
And I need to find out what that trick is.
Because the nail head looks larger than the thingy, so it's not, possibly not a case of, unless somehow, like, I don't know. This one's harder to figure out.
Yo, check!
It appears.
This is...
There's only one doll then.
What?
No. Yeah.
Maybe...
There are two keys that open this door. Only one of them was inside the room at the time of discovery.
Okay.
The
So
other
it could
one
be as
was
simple
owned
as...
by a member of the art gallery staff.
Pickpocketing.
That staff member always carried the extra key and used it to enter this room when the corpse was discovered.
Could have been pickpocketed.
Where was the key found inside usually kept?
It's supposed to be kept in the administrative office, but it's unknown if it was always there. Maybe it was lost and the culprit found it. Or perhaps the culprit secretly stole it. Either way, the culprit managed to obtain the key somehow.
One key was in the storage room. The other key was always carried by a staff member. If the culprit is that staff member, then this wouldn't be a locked room mystery, right?
Why go through the trouble of making it look like a locked room murder if you'd immediately become the first suspect?
Yeah.
I guess you wouldn't.
Countered!
I'm not quite figured this one out yet. Haven't looked at the body yet though. Ooh, spilled paint.
I've been wondering, did the culprit knock this paint can over? If so, it could have been used for some sort of trick.
It's unwise to make up your mind before
Looks like it's a
conducting
wire
proper
through it.
investigation. It
Possibly.
may have been like this before the murder, or it could have tipped over when the discovery was first made.
It's
Right.
wet.
You got carried away in the hopes of getting complimented. Aren't you an eager little puppy?
Be quiet.
Looked like there was a wire going up, but that might have just been me.
I see.
Okay, I think let's go do the corpse. This one is not as obvious.
Oh!
Beats me.
Unsure if strangled. Very petite. More articulated. The she looks a little bit like a dog herself.
The corpse of a young woman. She has nails all over her body, as expected.
The victim's name is Issa Moe. She used her good looks to have relations with many men.
Ah,
The amount of suspects who could have written her name on the doll is nearly too high to count.
The victim
So
has
she gets
those
blamed, of
same
course.
marks that suggest being strangled to death. Huh? But there aren't any scratches that would have been left from a struggle. And...
You noticed as well.
yeah, there's a wound on the back of her head. It looks pretty deep.
oh, we hadn't seen that
This
yet.
may be the real cause of death.
She got whacked on the head. They made it look like she was strangled. And then there are a lot more nails. You know, ankles, knees, thighs, and elbows, shoulders, and chest, and stomach. Yeah, it's like she had relations with many men. So of course
That
she
should be
gets
enough.
the whole blame. Takes two to tango. Takes two to tango.
That should do it for the room. Next is the window. It would be best to check outside of it. Go ahead. I'll stay here.
Yay, we
Outside
get
the
to
window?
meander.
All right.
Maybe we'll find loafer footprints again.
That's fine to inspect the window, but our buddy here really insists you do
She's
everything
helping us
yourself.
learn.
Huh.
Do you not realize this yet?
And my master does
She did everything for us.
he's
How would we
told,
learn?
Like a good little underling detective.
Halara is right. This is something I took on myself. I can't just rely on everyone else after putting on a tough front for that kid. That's why I have to do it.
Or maybe Halara's just taking advantage of you. It's obvious money is that one's only motivation.
Even so, I think it's the right thing to do as a professional detective.
Master, being overly nice for no reason is stupid. It's why you're so deep in debt.
I know, but...
What are you mumbling about? Did you check the window?
Oh, right! I'll do it right away.
Outside the window, could that have anything to do with the locked room?
I wonder what Halara discovered.
You know, I think Halara is just having fun pushing you around.
I hope that's not the case. Maybe...
Anyway,
Yeah.
let's rest.
Woo! Jesse! Thank you for the
Actually,
resub. And also,
Here's the window.
congratulations on your 195 senior streams. Don't forget to get your daily Chivo as
Well.
well, though.
See anything strange?
It's open.
No, nothing strange about it.
I see. Try entering through the window.
Yeah, he's not even going to get ahead in there.
What? Between the gap? That's impossible.
Just
I know
try
you
it.
haven't.
Okay. I can't. I can't even put my arm through this gap. I can stick a finger in, but that's it.
I thought so. Good job. You can return now.
Huh? Are you sure? Did you figure something out?
Yeah, I haven't figured this
Did
one
you
yet.
No, not at all. What's that about?
The only thing I can think of is pickpocketing the staff member. I didn't see any string marks. The only thing was maybe the can of paint. Uh-oh. Loafers. Ghost person, please alert me.
Hey! What are you doing here?
Huh? I'm not doing anything shady.
I'll call the peacekeepers.
Wait!
I just want to say detective.
I'm a detective. Well, I'm still a trainee, technically.
Uh-oh. You sure it's a good idea to reveal yourself like that?
I'm investigating as a detective. I've done nothing to be ashamed of.
Huh? A detective? What's that?
You don't know what a detective is?
I guess detectives aren't that big in Kanai Ward. Must be because our fuzzhead chief is lazy.
Well...
We are special investigators for Amaterasu Corporation. We are currently investigating a case. Civilians must not interfere.
Huh?
What she said.
Right.
What they said.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Halara. Are you sure it's okay to lie like that?
I've told you before that deception is necessary to finish an investigation quickly. By the way, aren't you an employee here? There's something I'd like to ask you. Can you bring over the staff member who discovered the body from that murder case a month ago?
Oh, that would be me.
Perfect. Describe the events for us.
I'm scared to even remember it, but If it's part of the investigation, then I have no choice.
I'll leave the rest up to you.
Sure. Now, please tell us what happened on the day of the murder.
That day, I was doing my closing procedures when someone from the church appeared. He said he wanted me to help him find someone and that he knew the person was inside the art gallery. So we looked around the premises together, but didn't find anyone. According to him, there was a chance that the person he was looking for was being pursued by the Nail Man. I couldn't help but feel terrified when I heard that.
How did you notice something was off about the storage room?
The lights were on, even though they were usually off, so I went to take a look. The door was locked, so I opened it with the key I had. But
Okay.
I was afraid to go any further. So I let the church person go first.
They
and
could
opened
have
the door
easily
while I
pickpocketed.
watched from behind.
And put it back.
And then there was a corpse.
Did you touch the body?
Of course not. I was too afraid and froze at the entrance.
What about the churchgoer?
He saw what happened at the doorway and didn't go any further.
Are you positive you didn't touch anything inside after unlocking the door?
Yes, but the churchgoer accidentally kicked a paint can over when he opened the door. And paint spilled all over the floor.
So that paint was from back then.
Maybe it was
Okay,
to cover
I get
something
the
up.
picture. Thank you. You may go now.
Oh, right.
Still suspicious.
That brings all the information together. It's time to resolve the case.
Wait! I still have no idea what happened.
Time does not wait for you. Our deadline is approaching.
I'm fairly certain I know how the
You
other
hurry
three
back to the detective agency.
they did stuff.
Huh?
But this one I'm
What
less
about you?
sure about.
Worry not. When you're in trouble, say my name. Halara Nightmare shall rush to your aid.
I love them.
And
They are
gone.
great.
What are you gonna do, Master?
It's labyrinth time,
We've
right?
checked everything we can. All that's left is to point out the true culprit, but
If only it were that easy.
Surely we need to check the
What
forest.
to do?
stop being so pathetic. Why don't we go back to the detective agency for now? We might get to see Fuzzhead get executed.
Oh, right. We need to help him.
So it could have been the nun. They could have fallen out the window and broke their arm.
I need to hurry back before the chief gets executed.
Right, let's hurry. I want to know how they'll execute him too. Come on, let's go! Go, go, go!
Trying, there's no run button.
You better hurry, or Fuzzhead will really be in danger.
Yeah, haven't seen them in their crown.
Halara seems to know who the real culprit is. That's incredible.
Come on, where's your... Huh?
You haven't seen them in their crown. That's all I'm gonna say. I feel like we've collected everything we can at this point. But what I am going to do before we go into this part is just have a quick break and refresh my tea because I'm running out. So I'll be back in like 3 minutes. There we go, as promised.
It's about time.
Hey, wait! You said I had 3 hours, huh? My watch says I still got 5 minutes!
You need to get your watch repaired. Oh dear. The watchmaker is currently detained as a suspect. Just throw away that piece of trash then. Besides, you're out of time anyway. Take him away.
Wait!
Yuma! I knew you'd save me!
And you are.
I was the one investigating the Nailman murders.
Oh, I see. So, you're the one who interfered with our work at the clock tower. Well, I will honor your courage for confessing and turn a blind eye to that incident.
Oh.
You must drop this case. If you do, we will leave without pursuing any further action.
Ah.
That'd be the ideal solution for all of us. What do you say?
That is weird. I don't trust you.
Think carefully about this. Solving the case is good and all, but think about my well-being, please.
Dropping the case would end this peacefully, but still.
We haven't solved it yet.
Get my dad back from them!
We don't technically know who it is.
You may be a trainee, but you are still a detective. Once you have accepted a job, you must finish it.
I can't back down now. The Nailman killings haven't been solved yet. I will find the truth.
Oh, you've said it now. There's no pulling out of this one anymore.
Then our deal is off. He comes with us. This is for directly interfering with our work and bringing strife to Kanai Ward.
Not the game, just me.
But... Please, wait! Before you go! Please listen to what I've discovered while investigating the past Nailman killings.
You investigated the previous killings. We handle all the information for those cases. Now that they're closed, there's nothing left at the crime scenes. I have no time for your lies.
The Peacekeeper report didn't say anything about the cause of death. All of the victims were strangled to death, weren't they? I suspect this fact hasn't been made public.
How did you know that?
So the cause of death was kept under wraps. I hope you see now. My investigation is legitimate. Please, let me continue. I will catch the true culprit.
I don't know where you obtained that information. However, it appears that you must be arrested as well.
Huh?
You are suspected of espionage. I believe an interrogation is in order. Take him away.
Can we labyrinth now and
What? Wait, please listen
get
to
the
me!
culprit?
You almost had it, but got too carried away, rookie.
Worry not. When you're in trouble, say my name. Halara Nightmare shall rush to your aid.
That's right!
Halara! Please help! Halara Nightmare!
It appears you require the aid of a great detective.
I don't know, just someone who can punch people really hard is also good. Ew, I would not want to end up in that water.
Halara, you came for me!
Yeah, as I said I would.
You committed acts of violence against the Amaterasu Corporation peacekeepers. Not once, but twice.
Sorry! I promised to give him a stern lecture after this. Can we please keep things on the down low? Mr. Sav, are you alright?
Who do you think we are? In this town,
You are nothing but an audience. The resolution is premiering now. The leading role belongs not to you or me, but to Yuma.
Me? I'm the lead guy here?
I've set the stage for you to solve the case. The time has come for you to risk it all as a detective. Expose the true culprit.
What's going on?
I don't know why I was brought here. Can I go home?
Uh-huh, so it is one of
So
those four.
that's what you meant about setting the stage. I mean, Halara did suggest the real killer was among the people at the church.
With the fact that the rope ladder was
Now I
burnt
have
in
to
the
point
incinerator
them out
and only they
here?
had access.
Hey, Yuma, are you sure you got this? Are you really sure? There's
Look at
no
the
room to
labyrinth
mess
bit,
up
right?
here, you know?
Well... What do? I haven't gathered my thoughts yet. It's not like I can just ask for more time here.
Yeah, I don't think so. Laura seems to know the answer already, so why don't you just pay up for it?
But that would waste all of Halara's efforts setting the stage for me.
Huh. So you want to solve this all on your own? If you can't ask Halara for help, why don't you try asking me instead?
You mean the mystery labyrinth?
The peacekeepers aren't just gonna stand by and listen to your deduction here. Things are just gonna escalate, and it might even end up with more deaths.
Oh no.
And that's where yours truly comes in. We have the information we need from the investigation. All that's left is to solve the case with the mystery labyrinth.
But if I do that...
There's always a price to pay. When I read the soul of the true culprit,
Or was it badly
the mystery
translated?
labyrinth created by the culprit is destroyed. But as a price, the source that created the mystery labyrinth also perishes.
Which means the real culprit will die.
Huh? This killer's a total psycho who's already killed many others. Why do you care so much? You want to solve this case, Master?
I don't
What about
actually
your
want to
promise
kill
to that
anybody
kid?
myself.
But what's wrong, Yuma? If you don't hurry, the peacekeepers will wake up.
What is this nonsense about a resolution? I don't have time for this.
I will make you listen by force if needed. That is my job as assistant.
Well, you better hurry, or things will start getting bloody around here.
Fine.
That's the spirit. Well, Master, are you mentally and physically prepared?
Oh, that's a shame. And this is why the ghost is actually intimidating. is here in a crown. Which is actually a really good book as well. And a song, I think.
What?
Wait, can Halara see that? How can Halara see that?
What's this? Has time stopped?
Halara, how are you moving right now?
Yuma, what happened? Is this someone's forte?
Shinigami, Halara's in here too.
Not so.
You knew this would happen?
Master, you used your coalescence, remember? Your ability isn't like some one-way street. You have the power to borrow someone's abilities, and you share yours as well.
That was not explained.
Halara here ended up wandering into the mystery labyrinth because of that effect, I think.
You're not even sure?
I mean, they're also literally chained to me.
Are you?
This'll take too long to explain, plus I don't feel like it. So I'll kick that role over to Master!
We can't explain it because you said we couldn't.
The rabbit hole we go!
Because I realised I also hadn't saved in a little while. Oh, yes. And by a little while, I mean like over an hour. I mean, it auto saves, but still. My nose is cold.
Where am I?
Last time we went into the mystery labyrinth, it was near the end of the stream, so we ended. And then the mystery labyrinth took most of the next stream. We've had 2 streams of running around. Well, we had 1 stream of running around. This stream's very much been about investigating. Technically near the end of the stream. But I'm going to continue.
What should I do? I'll need to explain everything, won't I?
We don't have much of a choice now. No point in keeping secrets here.
Halara? Let me explain.
Well, except we don't actually know what happened, really. We made a pact with the death god and we have amnesia.
And that's how this mystery labyrinth involving the Nailman killings materialized.
I see. So mystery labyrinths are materialization of mysteries themselves, and the truth is encased deep within. I appear to have underestimated you. This is an amazing forte.
This is not our power, though.
I must admit, it's quite a superhuman power. As far as I know, no other ability comes close to this.
That's Shinigami's power. Ours appears to be
Who
colorless.
are you? I refuse to think you're just a trainee detective.
To be honest, this isn't my ability.
Before you continue, tell me, who is that woman beside you?
Did we not explain that already?
Her name is Shinigami. I think the simplest way to describe her is that she's a guide for the mystery labyrinth.
That's me! I'm also Master Scaracute Mentor.
On to my next question.
You're just gonna ignore me?
You mentioned the Nailman case just now. I had heard the rumors about that around town. Why are you investigating that case?
Huh? What are you talking about? We were just investigating the Nailman case together.
The Nailman. We were pursuing that case together?
Why is she lost?
You don't
Why
remember?
have they lost their memory?
There was a young boy who wanted to hire a detective, and you turned him down.
I do remember you received a request from a child about some case, and you ended up seeking my help. The cost for hiring me was 5,500,800 yen.
You remember the exact amount.
Why don't you
But I
know
can't
then?
remember what the case involved. I do vaguely recall investigating something. My mind is clouded. I don't remember exactly what was being investigated or what was discovered.
That's problematic.
Could that be?
Yeah, it's because of the Mystery Labyrinth. The Mystery Labyrinth is a fortress protecting the truth, so outsiders usually can't reach it. If someone did happen to wander in, their memories of the case would be locked away. Though, if you have a pact with me, you wouldn't be affected. But I guess that part of the pact can't be shared.
Uh-huh.
This is the Mystery Labyrinth's defense mechanism, then. It makes sense for a vault that protects its treasure, the truth, to have a significant level of security.
Yep, totally not strange at all. Halara here sure is smart.
Halara.
Oh, don't mind her. She gives people random nicknames.
Anyway, since my memories of the case have been taken away, I will provide a supporting role for your investigation.
Supporting role?
As long as we're in here, I will act as your assistant. Well, that's the same as our original agreement.
That means we can't rely on Halara's detective skills to blast through this dungeon.
I mean, I wasn't going to. I
That's
figured most of it out
unfortunate,
myself.
but it's still nice to have an ally.
Or
Hey, Master, before
Some-
we head into the Mystery Labyrinth, let's do that thing.
Huh?
the
What
thing where you vomit up the clues. Please, no.
Master, are you ready to give your life for the truth?
Yeah, I am.
I cut my throat. I do really like her boots. Oh yeah, now we do that thing where we pull whatever it is out of the mouth. The sword thing. It shouldn't be able to fit in her mouth. And then she rainbow vomits up clues.
Well, this world is just full of surprises. I assume that sword is used to cut down enemies, interfering with your progress through the mystery.
It's the sword of truth.
You're right. It's a special sword that can interact with things here.
I better materialize the solution keys I got during the investigation, too. That was a lot. Here you go.
Do you have to vomit them out every time?
What? Should I use a different hole instead?
Sorry, please don't mind her.
Alright, we're all set. Now, let's unriddle this mystery labyrinth. Our target is the true culprit who preys on the truth.
Yes. 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 She is very cool. She's just completely wappy.
I understand that progressing through this mystery labyrinth will allow us to obtain the truth. But what happens to us if we can't find it?
I fairly certain we just die.
Wandering around here forever.
But as long as we reach the truth, it doesn't matter how much time we spend here.
Oh, I forgot to mention this, but there's a time limit for solving the mystery labyrinth.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that's new.
There's a limit to how long you can stay in here. Stick around too long and your soul will leave your body behind.
You could have told me that
Your
part.
soul will wander until it's eventually absorbed by the mystery labyrinth, and you vanish entirely. In other words, you die.
Why are you laughing? You should have told me this a long time ago!
Oh, relax. Quit
Where's the chapter
lying.
again?
A detective is bound to die anyway. Isn't that right, Hellara?
It's no different from our usual line of work. A detective's life is always on the line.
See? Listen up, Master. You might learn something.
You're taking this awfully well, Halara.
I mean, they have a forte which allows them to see the crime scene in the past, so being able to, you know, literally seek out the truth. Ooh, hello.
What's
Ooh.
this?
They seem to represent the 4 crime scenes. I assume that solving all 4 will allow us to progress.
Oh, I see.
You see? Master, this is your job. So what's first? How about starting with the clock tower, since it was the first one you investigated?
If
That
the
one I'm
numbers
pretty
are set
confident with.
chronologically, then the clock tower would be the 4th locked room mystery.
But we don't know who it was that died.
Are you going to the 4th locked room?
Yes, creepy dolly. Okay, so this one, they climbed out the window using a rope ladder. The window automatically shut behind them.
This is an exact replica of the clock tower crime scene. Shinigami, you didn't recreate it with your powers.
Because there are footprints on the floor, and
did
then
you?
they burnt it in the incinerator, which can
No,
only be accessed by the
I can only
clergy.
do that when I hit you so hard in the head, you almost die. It looks to me like the crime scene materialized in the labyrinth on its own.
The 4th locked room is the latest chronologically, correct?
Yes.
That's right.
Did you see
And
this
this is
one?
also
I
what
only
got
saw
me
this one.
involved in the Nailman killings.
What are the details of the case? Try to tell me as concisely as possible.
The crime was a locked room murder inside the storage room of a clock tower.
Very big, very
In
empty
the middle of
storage
the
room.
room was a woman's corpse covered in countless nails.
Which means that's the corpse.
Yeah, there were also lots of dolls nailed to the walls. It looked just like one of those bizarre crime scenes left behind by that Nailman guy from the urban legend.
Hence the Nailman killings. From the look of it, the door was locked from the inside.
Yeah, it was locked until the body was discovered.
There's only one window, and its shutters were down as well.
But that locks
I
automatically.
see. So the shutters were locked too.
This
And
is
the two
third
dolls
floor of
underneath.
Clock Tower.
Something was
It's too
attached to
high
their
up to jump
nails.
from here.
So it really is a locked room
No,
mystery.
no, it's not.
Hey! If this is a locked room, aren't we stuck in here too? Oh no! Master! You're trapped unless
fine,
you
I've already solved it.
this mystery!
Don't know who it is.
You'll
Possibly the
never
priest.
die, and your soul gets snuffed out!
Possibly the nun.
Hurry!
Possibly. The only one I don't think it is the servant, but I could be wrong. How's Alara gonna act? Ooh, from
I
there.
see. So that's how to make the questions appear.
Yeah, it's
I'm
gross.
surprised you're so calm after seeing that.
Ooh, spot selection. Where did the culprit flee from? The window, obviously.
It has to be here. The culprit must have escaped through the window.
And your reasoning?
When I arrived at the scene, the window shutters were closed. It was wet underneath the window, but I could tell it was already starting to dry.
Which means the window was open not too long ago.
It's likely the culprit escaped through the window and closed the shutters on the way out.
Is it possible to close the shutters from the outside?
Yes, this style of shutter automatically locks, so if you let go of the shutters at the right height, its momentum pulls it down. And once down, it locks all on its own. In other words, the culprit held up the shutters while moving outside. Once they let go, it automatically locked.
In that case, let's try leaving this locked room in the same way.
Right, let's try it.
The Nailman killings have already been solved.
No, they
Is
haven't.
he that peacekeeper?
Flower dude.
It's a mystery phantom! The people covering up the case in the real world are manifested like that here to stop us!
Excuse me.
You think the culprit really escaped from here? This high up?
Yes, ladder.
If you fall, you die. Why don't you give it a try?
Help!
Oh.
Hey, don't drag me down with you.
We can't leave the guest behind, Hallara! It would be downright unmannerly! So simple.
Okay, alright, okay.
This might be a little tough for you, Master.
Yuma, the mystery labyrinth is a manifestation of a mystery. So solving it will get us out of this, right?
I think so!
The culprit wouldn't have fallen out of the window like we did. They would need a tool to get up and down.
A tool?
You should have found something during the investigation. I was helping you, after all. You must have seen the answer with your own eyes. Try to remember.
Master, concentrate!
Must be it! That's it! We found the burnt remains of that rope in the incinerator at the church. The culprit had used that rope to escape through the window. No! I can't dodge
Ah!
it!
I got damage again.
The nail that was stuck in the doll under the window had some rub marks on it. The culprit must have tied the rope there. That's why those nails had been hammered in below the window.
It wouldn't be possible to climb down a rope simply hooked onto a window, unless you've had special training for it. There's no way an amateur could manage it. That can't be how things went down.
Really?
In that case, it couldn't have been an ordinary rope.
Oh, no, it was a
It
rope
must have been-
ladder.
What's that? I can't hear you!
Don't worry, I'm right here with you. And
There's no way I can
Ah!
dodge it!
I didn't see what the... I didn't see what the button was to press. It's not
wouldn't be
fair.
possible to climb down a rope simply
Oh, well, we're
hooked
not gonna
onto
get
a
an S-
window, unless you've
SS
had
rating on this
special
one.
training for it. There's no way an amateur could manage
It's a
it.
rope ladder.
That can't be how things went down.
I need to know what button to press.
In that
I think
case,
it's
it
because I was
couldn't
hitting
have been
forward
an ordinary rope.
accidentally.
It must have been.
So I was trying to go to the answer.
What's that? I can't hear you!
Don't press any key.
Don't worry, I'm right here with you. In spirit, anyway.
There we go. Oh, it's a rope ladder. We figured that one out already. We're the only one that wants on our ass.
We're alive, I think.
Yuma, are you okay?
Yeah, thanks. You saved me, Halara.
Excuse me.
Correct. It's all thanks to me. Money well spent, no?
Well, it was a lot of money.
Come on! Are you two just gonna keep staring at each other all day? Let's get out of this locked room!
Right.
So this is the rope ladder in question. It certainly would help you escape. The details of the case are still unclear to me. Was this found in the church's incinerator?
Yeah,
That's right.
I'm a little
It
unclear
didn't
how it got
concern me at the
unhooked.
time, but it makes sense now.
Oh, it totally concerned me.
The rope can be folded in the middle, and then the ends can be connected together. And that's how they made a rope ladder.
What makes you so sure it was used here?
The nail under the window showed signs of friction from a rope, and had some yellow fibers on it. A clergy member showed me the rope's burnt remains, and I noticed it was the same yellow color. And there were footprints on the ground below the window of the clock tower, facing the wall. Thinking about it now, these were clearly signs that someone climbed down the rope ladder and landed there.
Wait, wasn't the rope ladder hitched on that nail?
Yeah.
How did they get it down from the
I mean,
bottom?
it did say something about it could be
The culprit
hooked
could have
together.
cut it one rung at a time as they descended.
Ah,
By the time they reached the bottom,
it could have just snapped, then they could have pulled it round.
it would have been one long single rope, which they could easily pull down.
On
The
the
window
shutter.
shutters fell due to its weight and locked automatically, completing the locked room.
Yep.
Yep, that's a stellar deduction. Major props. To me for training you!
The culprit used that rope ladder to escape the clock tower. What of it?
It's a clue.
That doesn't change our verdict at all. The watchmaker is the culprit.
No, because they're afraid of heights.
Boom! Kill the mystery phantom blocking your path!
Yeah!
And also didn't have access to the incinerator. Fear of heights.
These deductions of yours are unnecessary. It's clear who the culprit is. The watchmaker was nearby at the time of crime. The watchmaker was also at the scene.
No, wrong way.
And he had a hammer for the nails. In other words, he committed the crime. After committing the crime, just as you deduced, he created that locked room.
Safe!
Right.
Oh. Yeah, I was hit the wrong
These
thing.
deductions of yours are unnecessary.
Forgot all the
It's
controls.
clear who the culprit is. The watchmaker was nearby at the time of crime. The watchmaker was also at the scene. And he had a hammer for the nails. In other words, he committed the crime. After committing the crime, just as you deduced, he created that locked room. And escaped via the rope ladder.
That's what I want to hit.
This is the truth.
I don't think it's going to be possible for me to get an SS on first go.
The watchmaker is afraid of heights. He couldn't even look out the windows as he went up the tower. No way he climbed a rope ladder that high up. So it's impossible for him to have committed the crime. He's not the nail man. Damn you!
The parishioner, the occult guy, is currently the most suspicious. But did he have access to the
You said
incinerator?
these mystery phantoms try to cover up the case, right? Which means the Peacekeeper Seth is trying to do just that.
I mean, that was obvious, right?
I don't know why, but it's clear the Peacekeepers are involved with this case.
Oh!
Perhaps it is connected to Kanai Ward's ultimate secret.
Or possibly because the killer is actually
All
the
the more
daughter of a
reason to
very high
seize
up
the truth.
Amaterasu person.
Let's go.
Right.
Jeez, who's the protagonist here?
That's fine. Excuse me?
By the way, Yuma, about your sword. Does it only work on cues and mystery phantoms?
The solution blade works against anything in the mystery labyrinth. So don't cut your allies by mistake, Master.
You could have told me that sooner.
Can I use that sword?
Ooh, so sorry. Only Master is able to use it because he made a pact with yours truly. You may be under the effects of coalescence, but you're just an extra here, Hellara. So, nope, you can't use the solution blade.
I was merely curious. Regardless, it's best I act as support, since I don't have any memories of what happened. Let's return to the case. Assuming the watchmaker isn't the culprit, do you have any notion of who is?
I do. Halara, during the investigation, you claimed one of the people at the church is the culprit. I think I understand the reason why now. That rope was found inside the incinerator, which only clergy members could access.
In other words, whoever tried to destroy the evidence is a member of the church. Prompt and logical.
I mean, if we're going on
I am
pickpocketing
quite
keys, it could have been the
impressive.
arcane guy.
Wait, you're tooting your own horn?
Okay, right. I'm actually going to leave it here. If assuming I can save. Because I feel like this is going to take a little while if we've got 4 things to we've got 4 crime scenes to investigate then. Leave it here. We can finish off next time we play. We did a good stream today. But yeah, I think if we try and do the whole thing, we're going to end up doing like a 6-hour stream. Which then is like, well, it could have been 2 streams. So we've got 10 achievements so far. Maybe to do culprit selection at some point, so we're going to have to figure out a little bit closer who the thingy is. But anyway, thanks to Mr. Cornless for the raid today and Jesse for the resub. You've got a little bit of time just to collect your daily Chivo if you haven't already. I'm going to raid into Dopey because I know Dopey went live. We haven't done that for a little while. Oops. Trying to copy and just completely lost the username. We're playing Tunnel Strands right now, which is on Game Pass. So, say hi from me. Oops. There we go. Raid message. I've been Joe, otherwise known as Angel SK. I just did fire instead of raid. Wrong button. So yeah. I'll catch you on Tuesday if it's a promo game. There's no stream at the weekend. Next weekend. Those are cancelled, so I will, yeah. So we've just got the week streams this week, or this next week, so it'll be Tuesday, Thursday, and then I'll be back the week after with my Tuesday stream. So yeah. Anyway, catch you later. Bye.